Bitcoin has still not broken out towards the next range here, and right now we could be looking still at a very interesting consolidation phase. On today's update video, I'm gonna discuss the most important trend lines in this market right now here. I'm gonna be discussing the big news we got yesterday, because apparently the UAE is very much interested in crypto. So I'm gonna be exactly break down the news here. I'm gonna talk about the full Trump speech here and the big highlights we got from yesterday, the most important charts and patterns from Bitcoin right now here, and of course I'm gonna be looking at the liquidation heat map, discuss the spot Bitcoin ETF, and much more important data points. So a lot to discuss once again in today's update video. So don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1,000 likes will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards today's video. So ultimately later today we're once again going to create another Bitcoin CME gap, and if you're right now looking at the 1 hour time frame for Bitcoin on the very much imminent short term, we are starting to see that we are indeed creating higher highs together with some higher lows on the lower side. So ultimately the trend right now is slightly towards the upside, which is obviously a very great thing to see on the imminent short term. But really what I'm looking at right now here is of course these two very important downward sloping resist lines. We've got one level running from the previous all-time high all the way down, which got us rejected 3 times in a row, and every single time whenever Bitcoin touched this level, we saw a major rejection. Then now also we create another very important level of resistance, which is this one right here. You can see rejection, then another rejection, another one, and then here the 4th rejection in a row here. So this is going to be a critical level to watch as well here. And at the same time, of course, since we're creating a higher low structure on the lower side, we could be looking at an upward sloping support line. So still, I am looking at the consolidation phase on Bitcoin, where so far we have not seen a significant breakout. I mean, yes, we are starting to see a slight little uptrend on the very much imminent short term, but still, ultimately, on the bigger time frames, we are in a consolidation phase here. So this is very important to understand. And on the daily time frame as well, you can see that clearly we're still running against this very important downward sloping resist line. And really the moment where we're going to be breaking above this trend line, the downward sloping daily trend line, is whenever Bitcoin is going to be flipping bullish again here. But unless we're not going to be flipping above that line, I don't believe we're going to be flipping bullish. And since we're right now sitting also at very important weekly support, guys, if we do break below this level, Bitcoin could be looking to go a little bit lower here. So very important ranges you should be watching in the market right now. I do know the market is extremely boring. No one really cares all too much about what is happening with Bitcoin. I can see it in the views, I can see it on my stats on Twitter, but at the same time there are some very important things happening, because David Sachs, CRYPTOSEA, has met with the UAE founders, his son, to talk about AI and crypto. So the UAE also most recently made a $2 billion stablecoin investment in Binance, which was huge here. And also right now, Dubai is launching a pilot to tokenize real estate assets on the blockchain. So they're definitely working on, of course, becoming the crypto hub as well here. I mean, I am living in the UAE, and it's absolutely mind-blowing what kind of bullish developments they are doing in this country, in Dubai itself, and of course in the entire UAE. I think once again another step in the right direction, and ultimately it's going to be very great for the entire market. So very excited for that here. Then also Bitcoin company Metaplanet welcomes Eric Trump to the board of strategic advisors. So once again another Trump family member entering a big company where Bitcoin is of course their main focus. So interesting things here. Then yesterday as well we had of course the speech of Donald Trump here, and let me quickly break it down what the key takeaways were from this exact speech right here. So basically Trump has stated that the US Bitcoin reserve will maximize its assets and end the foolish selling it has done before. He also claimed America is way ahead in crypto and said they will be dominating, which is of course quite interesting. Then also he called on Congress to pass the stablecoin legalization bill here. So of course we already knew from previous speeches he done is that he's very bullish on USDT here. Of course it will basically tokenize the US dollar here, and of course that is something that is extremely bullish for the entire cryptocurrency market as well here. So yeah, these were the key takeaways. actually things we actually already quite knew about what Trump was thinking of the market. Then at the same time, looking at the liquidation heat map, this is the hyper liquid liquidation heat map. We can basically see that the majority of the liquidations are laying whenever Bitcoin is going to be hitting $100,000, and on the short side is going to be around, what is it, 60,000 US dollars. So this is basically max pain towards the upside and downside. But yeah, those are the levels I'm going to be looking at. Then yesterday again here, guys, we're starting to see some inflows on the spot Bitcoin ETF. To be exact, right now we have seen the 5th consecutive day positive inflows on the spot Bitcoin ETF here. Very great to see after seeing so much outflows most recently. We're starting to creep up ever so slightly again here. So ultimately, very great to see here. Then talking about my trades here, the majority of my trades are still in profit. And while my hyper liquid trade is right now in a slight little loss here, I already locked in more than $700 in profit. So guys, if we go down right now here, I will just accumulate more levels. So ultimately, it will give myself a better average accumulation level. So if you're interested in trading any or copying any of these bots here or creating your own, guys, don't forget to go to the highest link in the description, because you can either copy one of my 2 trading strategies, or you can just sign up an account to Pionex yourself, claim an insane free $1,000 and of course start using grid trading bots yourself as well here. So if you're interested in that, check it out in the link description of today's video. Further on, we are currently sitting at a very important level of the market. I talked about this many times before here on the channel, of course, that we're right now sitting at such a key important level in the market, which is ultimately providing us this massive opportunity in the market right now as well here. So if we're going to compare Bitcoin to gold in 2021 and towards Bitcoin and gold towards 2025, we can see that so far we've actually not even broken above the previous all-time high. I mean, we have, but clearly not significantly. So still, ultimately, this allows us to grow even further in the upcoming future. So super excited for that here. And of course, we're right now starting to see that QT is ending, quantitative tightening is ending. That is of course what the Federal Reserve said here. And historically, whenever this has ended, we've always seen the prices of Bitcoin go exponential. I mean, it was quite interesting to see that we could see that Bitcoin was of course increasing so much in value while QT was still continuing. So very bullish for that here. Then also, we have seen that. Then also, if we're going to compare Bitcoin to gold itself here, we see that gold is going quite exponential right now here. And in my opinion, it's a matter of time before Bitcoin is going to be basically following gold again here. So also some more breaking news on Ethereum. Bitwise is filing to add staking towards its Ethereum ETF. We've already seen other issuers do that, but ultimately, if this bill is going to get passed, it is going to be very bullish for Ethereum. And I mean, Ethereum is right now sitting at a weekly level of massive support here. I find this level very interesting. We've broken outside of the 1 hour consolidation phase, actually even retested this level. And yeah, I still believe that on the imminent short term, we're quite in an interesting range here. But of course, ultimately, where I'm so excited about it is of course that weekly time frame. I mean, we're sitting at major support on the weekly time frame, and ultimately we've seen such kind of a fake out many times before here. So once again, this was it for me in today's update video. There's not been a lot of things happening. I mean, just look at the chart. It's been quite boring, but in the background there are a lot of great developments happening. So ultimately, it's going to be a matter of time before Bitcoin and crypto is going to be setting a new all-time high, but we just have to be patient. And ultimately, Bitcoin has always been the long-term strategy. So you just have to be patient for that here. Maybe it's going to take another year. Maybe it's even going to take another 4 years before we're going to hit all-time highs. But I will be DCAing, accumulating more and more along the way here. So yeah, that is at least my strategy. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching towards the amazing new update video. And I hope to see you guys back again on another one tomorrow here on the channel. Peace out. Goodbye.